Now, let me tell you, again, this is where I'm quite concerned about happiness in our nation. And there's so much bitterness in this country now, and so much suspicion that every statement is given interpretation from different angles by different people and collecting different meaning altogether. Now, the Asaba Declaration, which goes to say that for the first time in history, that the Southeast, Southwest, and South governors met, irrespective of their parties. Now, listen again, PDP is involved, APC is involved, coming together to discuss issues as it affects the region. Now, for me, it is something I'm concerned, because it's the very first time a Yoruba man is working with an Igbo man, a Yoruba man working with a Ijaw man, Shekiri man, and vice versa, all of them coming together. That's even where I'm concerned. I think that's what has provoked the whole discourse or discussion on this matter, because it's never expected that they will come together in terms of party, both PDP and APC, who is in government, and talking about the same issue. That cause for concern. I see it more or less like a clear and call, rather than the way it's being presented. I think what the Southern governors have come to say is that, listen, we're Nigerians, and our people are showing so much concern about what is happening. We're asking that we should come over for, let the government meet, let people meet, and have a national dialogue. Now, that is one. And then talked about open grazing and what have you. But let me start with the issue of open grazing before I go to national dialogue, if that will help you. Now, the question you ask, Sherwin, since independence, since 1960, has there been any time Southern governors have met to say that they ban open grazing? The question is no. Has there been any time that has there been any meeting where the Southern governors have said, look, the Fulanis are enemy or Donas are enemy? No. And I don't think that's the intention of that meeting. If it is, then I don't think I'm part of it. But what I understand from this whole meeting is that, listen, things are not well. And I like the name they use, national dialogue. Dialogue means there's something you are doing I don't like, and there's something I'm doing I think you don't like. Can we come under a round table and discuss it? And that is a call for peace, not a call for war. For God's sake. Dialogue means, come, let's discuss and see how we can have an amicable understanding on the current issue as it affects us as a people. So that should not be taken out of context and does not look like polarization. I know most people are concerned that for Southern governors to meet means that, there's a danger of polarization in this country. I don't think that's the intention. And again, when you call for national dialogue, I think the governors must have met at Governors Forum. Nationally, they must have met with the Mr. President, they would have met with the senators, or tried to find solutions. I don't think they have found the solution. So on the national dialogue, they say, okay, let's come together and call our leaders. Because national dialogue, whenever it takes place, is a leader's talk, it's elders' talk, and not the children talk. It goes beyond National Assembly, it goes beyond National Conference. These are like elders, traditional rulers, past presidents, clergies, religious leaders coming together, our founding fathers, if there are still some of them alive, to come together and say, look, this is how we started, this is the way to go, we should do this, we love each other. I don't think the intention of these Southern governors is to call for break. And again, for the herdsmen, like I said before, there has not been any time in history where they say, listen, all herdsmen must go, we don't want to call them. But even at that, if you look at, there's an act, Federal Road Safety Act already, that prohibits moving of cows by the road, but you have to put them in a container and put them to transport them from one place to the other.